Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn how to cut this beautiful kaftan BUBU gown. So for this gown we'll be making use of 22 inches for the width. So we'll be marking 22 inches all the way to the full length. Here I've marked out the 22 inches width, and then I am making use of the full tape length for this gown because is actually the length of the person
next
I'm
style
sewing
for
this
this
style
gown.
for. So
So
after which you
we'll be
now
making
mark
use of 4
out
inches
the
for the
next
neck
style.
width
For this I'll
and
be
then
making use of
1.5
one and a
inches
half
for the neck
inches for the
depth.
neck
Although
depth
the
and then 4
1.5
inches for
inches
the
is
neck
basically
width.
for the back,
But
because at the
this neck
front we'll be
depth
making
is
use
for
of
the
12
back
inches
because
neck
at the front
depth.
I'll be making use of 12
So here
inches.
marked out 4
So having
inches
marked
width
out the neck
and
depth,
then
I will go
1.5
and
inches
mark the
depth.
armhole round. So we'll be making
So
use of
we'll be
10
making
inches
use
for
of
the
10
armhole
inches for
round.
the armhole round.
After
And
which
I think that 10 inches is the
I'll be
basic
marking
for
out
it.
the knee length.
So having
So I'll
marked
be
out
making
10
use of
inches for
knee
the
length
armhole
for
round,
this, or
we'll be
basically
coming
you
down
can
by
make use of
42
42
inches,
inches
or
or
you make
43
use of
inches
your
depending
knee
on how
length
tall
for
the
it.
person is,
Although
or
the
you can
person's
just
knee length is
simply measure
42
out the
inches,
person's knee
or you
length
can,
so that
instead of making use
you
of
have the
42
perfect
inches, you can just
measurement.
measure out
So
the
after
person's
marking out
knee
the
length
knee length, I'll be marking out
so that you
13
have the
inches
perfect inches
because
that
the
you need.
23
So
inches
after
should
marking
stop
out the
at
knee
the knee
length, we'll
length.
move over to mark
First of
out
all, you mark out
14
23
inches
inches
width.
all the way to the full length, after which you
So
now
that
make use
means
of
we'll be marking out the 14
13
inches
inches
all
from
the
the
way to
knee
the
down
full
to the
length.
full length.
So that means that
So I've marked out the 13
the
inches
23
width
inches will stop at the
from the
knee
knee
length,
length, and then
while
I'm squaring
14
it like this.
inches will start from the knee
So we'll
length
be
all the
making
way
use
to
of
the full
2
length.
inches for the
After
hemming.
which we'll now mark out
So
2
here I'm marking
inches
out
for
2
the
inches
hemming.
for the hemming. I'll rule it
So
out,
here we'll be marking out 2 inches for
and
hemming.
then we'll connect from the knee length to the armhole round.
We'll rule it, and then
So having marked out the hemming line, I will now connect from the knee length to the armhole length that we marked out. That is the 10 inches armhole length that we marked out. See the way I'm connecting it? I'm actually not trying to curve it. I'm making sure that it's not too curved. I'm making sure that I'm marking it a bit straight so that it will not be curvy. So having connected from the knee length to the armhole length, I'll be marking out if you want it to have pockets, but I think all of them should have pockets. All these kaftan bubu gowns should have pockets because it gives it its own style too and beauty. So for the pockets, I'll be coming down by 20 inches from the shoulder. So after marking out 20 inches for the pocket length, I'll then mark out 7 inches for the pocket opening. I'm sorry, I didn't know that the video wasn't actually capturing what I was marking out, but later on you'll be able to see what I did there. So having marked out the pocket opening and all, I'll now cut it open and then open it up for us to mark out the neck depth for the front pattern. So this was actually what I did. So I marked out the pocket length, which is 20 inches, and then 7 inches for the pocket opening like this. So like I said before, we'll be making use of 12 inches for the neck depth at the front. So first of all, mark out 1 inches for the placket because we'll be fixing doll face to the front. So having marked the 1 inches all the way to the down, because we'll be cutting the front side open, be cutting it open. So for the neck depth, make use of, for the front neck depth, we'll make use of 20 inches. We'll connect from the shoulder to that 12 inches that were marked out like so, after which we'll now cut it open, and then we'll cut the doll face that will be attaching to it. So I've already cut out the doll face that we'll be using is 2 inches width, and then the length should be the same length as the gown. So 4 inches, then when you close it up it will be 2 inches. So I'll go over to the machine and sew it together and then attach it to the material. So here I've attached the doll face to the material. Then we'll now move over to cut the doll face for the sleeve, because we'll also be attaching the doll face for the sleeve. Remember that to make use of 10 inches for the sleeve, so that means we'll be cutting out that same inches for the doll face. So here I've cut out the first doll face for the first sleeve, and also I'll cut out the second doll face for it. If you have it on fold, it will be, you have to cut out 11 inches because 1 inch will be for the joining. So after which I've attached the doll face to the sleeve, and then we'll move over to the shoulder drap. I'll be drapping the shoulder by 4 inches. First of all, I'll come in by 4 inches, and then I'll fold this like this and then tack it by same 4 inches. You can still make use of 3 inches depending on your choice. So like this, I will still measure out 4 inches for the shoulder. I marked out 3 inches, but later on while sewing I made use of 4 inches. So I'll go over to the machine and tack it. Then for the pockets, I'll first of all mark out 8 inches because I'll be joining it by half inches. Remember, we marked out 7 inches for the pocket opening, while the length of the pocket should be your desired length. Here I made use of 12 inches because I want the pocket to be deep. So here I've attached the pocket and I've tacked the shoulder drap. So here, this is how I did it. I didn't sew it all the way down. I just tacked it by 3 inches on both sides. So I will be attaching a strap to this gown. We'll be using the strap to style it. You can decide to make it free, or you can use the strap to make it a bit curvy. So for the strap, we'll be coming in by 8 inches, and then from the shoulder we'll be going down by 15 inches. So at the placket, we'll be closing the placket with a pressing button. I don't want to use ordinary button to it because I don't want it to have a buttonhole. So here I'll be attaching a pressing button to it, so that whenever I don't want it to be open, I can just close it up with the pressing button. So after attaching the pressing button, I will go over to iron it, and that will be all for this gown. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do.